analysis of what is politically unfolding, especially within the embattled ZANU-PF, it is quite clear that retired General Chiwenga is so close actually taking over from Emmerson Mnangagwa. Remember, I've said that when this happened, it will surprise a lot of people. A lot of people would be shocked when this actually eventually takes place. But from where I read, taking into consideration of how things are actually unfolding within ZANU-PF, I can attest to you that Emmerson Mnangagwa has pressed almost all the wrong buttons, including those who are following him. And these days, I think through actions, these two leaders, powerful leaders of ZANU-PF, they are actually showing forth to the public that they do not see an eye to eye, though they are trying to cover it up. But this time around, I don't foresee it being easily covered up. On this live broadcast, I will take you through reasons why I am of the very strong view that Chiwenga is close at taking over from Mnangagwa, but it would not be an easy takeover because Mnangagwa is resisting it. But we'll be talking about science that it is so very close. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So, number one, why am I saying Chiwenga is close and actually taking over from Emmerson Mnangagwa? Now, if you look at Chiwenga used to be quiet before, but I think over the last a month or so, this month, especially the month of July, the man has been doing what cannot be done by someone, especially lesser than a ZANU-PF president, such as retired General Chiwenga. Number one, what did he do? He went after Emmerson Mnangagwa's man, that is Gudagwa Shetagure. He was violently actually taken out of the Central Committee meeting. Remember, if you want to see that Gudagwa Shetagure is a man for Emmerson Mnangagwa, caption this. The trolls, all these social media trolls from X, from be it Facebook, and all these digital platforms, we know they are paid and they are actually given instructions by Emmerson Mnangagwa on what to do on a daily basis. During that day in the morning, they were showcasing Gudagwa Shetagure that he has been accepted. He would be attending the committee meeting. Boom! When everyone was not expecting it, we saw leakages indicating that Gudagwa Shetagure was embarrassingly escorted out of the Central Committee meeting. They have failed actually to say anything. Mnangagwa just kept quiet about that issue and instructed Gudagwa Shetagure to continue not losing hope. But we are seeing that dream is in limbo at the moment. It has been rejected. That on its own shows you that Chiwenga is so powerful. And nowadays, I think yesterday it started to surface, if not before yesterday, that Chiwenga had actually created a committee within ZANU-PF that is investigating Mnangagwa's faction in Harare province, the very faction that wanted to bring in Gudagwa Shetagure, and they were ordered to bring the cars that were donated by Gudagwa Shetagure. Now, if you are talking of the money of Gudagwa Shetagure, the cars that are donated by Gudagwa Shetagure to certain ZANU-PF structures, this is equated to the money for Emmerson Mnangagwa. These are people specific put in those positions. The fuel stations that are owned by Mnangagwa Chakure, it is as good as they are also owned by Emmerson Mnangagwa. That is his men outside the government. So he was used because Mnangagwa is in government. Mnangagwa would be giving these men tenders, and these men would be pushing Mnangagwa's business. Now Chiwenga are going after Mnangagwa Chakure and those who actually supported him. That on its own shows. Remember, ZANU-PF is not going to, you are not going to see evidence of fighting. You will see Mnangagwa being removed. You will see towards the end when actually his removal is being finalized. Don't expect to be aware of all the nitty-gritties of what is happening. That would be seen when the man is already going. So, not only that, there is a Politburo that was called all of a sudden. We don't know what exactly that Politburo was called for. Mnangagwa has been pushing for, the faction of Mnangagwa has been pushing for him to go for a third term, but what we know is that that has been frustrated. So now Chiwenga single-handedly now handling matters within ZANU-PF. What is he waiting for? He is waiting for Emmerson Mnangagwa to respond himself. What he is deciding to do, even the parallel structures, we saw a memo, I think during the course of this week, whereby the parallel structures were compelled to register to ZANU-PF, pay some monies to be affiliates, and also to surrender cars, vehicles donated to them by these Zigandandas, your Wicknell Chivayos, they were actually ordered to surrender everything that they have benefited from the party to the HQ of ZANU-PF. Now, we know who is the father and the product of these parallel structures in ZANU-PF. It is Mnangagwa. It cannot be then the same Mnangagwa who is actually calling for these parallel structures to formally register and pay some monies. That money would be going to who? Where will they get that money? So there is it is, in my humble opinion, it is Chiwenga who is doing all of these things, and now he is acting in such a manner for Mnangagwa to say a single word. Of late, he has been using Blessed Geza to speak and warn people, but Blessed Geza at the moment is quiet, and the man himself is handling these trackers for Emmerson Mnangagwa left, right, and center. Now, in my opinion, we have reached politically in Zimbabwe a stage whereby these two warring individuals, they are now putting each other in the corner. The moment Emmerson Mnangagwa respond, I don't know whichever way that would be catastrophic. Even if you look at the trolls these days, they are carefully posting even on social media, and the big guns of ZANU-PF are coming up, targeting women on social media, trying to frustrate everyone who is releasing each and every little detail of what is happening within ZANU-PF. And to me, these are the last kicks of a dying horse. In my humble opinion, Mnangagwa may not even reach the ZANU-PF conference in October. But I have given him, I have said he would not finish this term, but it may be quite short, and we may be surprised. And at the moment, ZANU-PF is reaching its climax. And unfortunately, because in my view, I think opposition may not have taken advantage of this situation at the moment. We may not see a government of a government of national unity or a national transitional authority. We may see a ZANU-PF that is under Chiwenga. From my view, because now Chamisa is talking about a party that he is forming, which means he's disassociating himself with the ongoing change within ZANU-PF at the moment. If I'm right on that, then there won't be a need when power has been completely usurped from Emerson Mnangagwa for the opposition to be brought forward to the fore. But if I'm wrong, if Nelson Chamisa is also part of the deal, then we may see a national transitional government, but under Chiwenga, and most probably Nelson Chamisa should, or whoever would be co-opted there, should take advantage of this opportunity to actually make connections within the Zimbabwe Defense Forces. Otherwise, there is no way, especially if you are afraid to fight, you can be a president without the linkages at the top, or begin to infiltrate. I'm giving people some opinions. Anyway, let me just stop there. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the subscribe plus button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Can I see stars coming, please? Thank you.